Hey, fellow writers, when it comes to novel writing, can you create a first draft worth being proud of? The answer is simple. Yes. Yeah, you actually can. Now, can you write a first draft worth publishing? As in, it is so good you don't have to revise it at all outside of a quick proofread? According to one writer and reader that I know personally, the answer is yes. He knows of an author who's been there and done that very successfully too. Apparently, it took this guy just 4 query letters to find a literary agent who got him published, who then signed him, who got him a publisher, who then signed him on for a multi-book contract. Now, I'm not sure how many times this author has been published at this point, but his books are all first drafts, at least according to him and according to this writer and reader I know. He sends them to his publisher to be proofed, and then they're printed. That's it. Now, I am determined to read at least one of these books one day, but as of this point, I have not, I have to confess. So I can't tell you from personal analysis whether they come across as being truly publishable or whether they deserve another several rounds of editing in reality. But let's say that, yes, I have read them, and yes, I have determined that the writer and reader who told me about this author is correct. And let's say that this guy really can produce first drafts worth publishing. What then? Well, in that case, he is 1 in a million, perhaps even 1 in a billion. What I'm trying to say here in the nicest terms possible is this: the chances of you being like him, if he even exists in the first place, are so infinitesimally small that you are wasting your time to even consider the possibility that you are like him. By the way, yes, those really are the nicest terms possible. Believe me, I could get a lot more blunt than that. This is not to say anything about you as a person, as a creative, or as an intellectual. Seriously, it really, really isn't. Think about all of the accomplished people, mind-blowing artists, or awe-inspiring intellectuals out there. Now think about how many of them made it on the first try. If you're drawing a blank, that's because you should be. I don't know, off the top of my head, the Wright brothers. They definitely didn't get their aircraft flying on the first shot, nor on the second, and technically their third try, which was successful, was not even really their third try. Not when their first try wasn't their first try. It was made after countless hours of theorizing and analyzing and revising. Or how about someone more recent? How about Steve Jobs? Do you honestly think that Steve Jobs put together a successful Apple computer on the first try? Apples and oranges, you might be saying. They're inventors and I am an artist. True. But do you really want me to list off all the great writers who worked on one draft after draft after draft before they published? It would take way too long, and you know it. So instead of trying to convince yourself that you're a 1 in a million or a 1 in a billion, how about you just admit that you're a mere mortal and make sure to revise your first draft? There is nothing wrong with that. There's also nothing wrong with admitting that you need to revise your second draft, and your third, and your fourth, making sure that your plot runs as smoothly as you can make it on your own, that your dialogue comes across as believably as you can make it on your own, that your setting is as engaging as you can make it on your own, and that your characters are as captivating as you can make them on your own. Then, when you've reached the ends of your personal, analytical, intellectual, and creative abilities, get an editor to hone your story even more, because it almost certainly needs a professional outside opinion even then. I don't care whether you have an editor in your life who will do it for free, or if you find a worthwhile one to pay out, some reasonable amount of money. This video is not a gimmick for me to get more editorial clients, though I will be more than happy to give you a free half-hour edit to see if I'm a good fit for you. Really, though, I just want you to be able to publish the best possible book you can, which always requires revision and input. Unless, of course, you are that one author out there who may or may not exist. I'll keep you updated about him whenever I get around to reading one of his novels, which hopefully will be in the next couple months. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking with me this time, and I will see you next week. Happy writing in the meantime. Bye.